Hi guys, welcome back to Real Life Fruitopia. We're currently away on a quick vacation to the subtropics, and you're watching this from back in Melbourne, where I was making a video for you guys, making videos to keep your cravings at bay, right? Because I know you want those videos coming out regularly, and here we are with another video, another update of odds and ends around the garden. So I'm finishing off the jujube, which we feasted on last week, right? Not much left. These haven't fully ripened, but I like them half. They're more crunchy, more juicy than when they're fully brown, fully ripe. Hang on, there should be one somewhere. Oh, there's one. I like these too, don't get me wrong. Either way for me is fine. So I've been going around munching on fruit before we leave, and there's not much left on the jujube. The birds have done a good job too in clearing it. Still in my winter clothes, yep. But I'm already at the beach swimming when you watch this video. I think it's due time for a progress report on some of the tropicals back along here that I've been working on for the last year. But I've been very busy with other videos, so I haven't been focusing too much back here. There's a nice rack there, or bunch. And guess what else? Very exciting. Our first ice cream banana has flowered and fruited in only 1 year. Yeah, after 1 year in the ground, which is a miracle. This is also known as the blue Java. So, guys, this channel is all about evidence and also patience of what can be grown here in a cool to warm temperate climate. Well, here's the evidence. Blue Java ice cream banana coming at ya from Melbourne. Yeah. Which means you can do it too. Where did I get it from? Dailies. I'm asked that question a lot. Dailies, guys, is where I get the majority of my tropicals from. Not all of them, but the majority of them. Okay. So, we've got the taro here. We've got the trombone at the back, which I've shown you. Right? There's only like 5 left. Kim's been making hummus out of it. And the other star fruit trees I was talking about before, the little baby one there, which cracked in 2 in December. Something snapped it in half, but it's shot back. I'm happy to see that. That's the giant Siam. And here's another one that's doing even better. The Sri Kembangam. Okay, let's see if I can kneel down. It's very cramped in here. So that's been in the ground only 1 year. And it was exposed all winter to the elements. I never covered it. I never covered either of them. You'd be surprised how tough starfruit is. Just because it's tropical it doesn't mean it's going to kick the bucket. But what will kick the bucket, 100% for sure, guaranteed, are these guys right here. Hang on. This one will kick the bucket if I leave it out in winter. Oops. And, oh sorry, this is the lucuma. I thought it was canistel. They look the same. The lucuma, I don't know. I've never tried it, but I'm not going to take a risk. No risks, because this is very rare. That one there, which looks identical. Here you go. The canistel. This one here I can't leave out in winter because it won't survive. It's different if it's 10 years old. Of course it'll survive when it's 10 years old. But it's only a baby. These plants are babies. They can't look after themselves. In my climate, in the tropics it's different. In the tropics, they will survive first year in the ground. I'm not in the tropics. So they have to be taken into the ICU. That's ICU. Now macadamia doesn't need ICU. No problem. Loquat doesn't need ICU. No problem. Green Sapodilla doesn't need ICU. Look, he actually he goes crazy in winter. He loves winter, like the Loquat. They actually flower and fruit in winter. So they're completely different animals to canistel, abiu, and Linia. Hang on, I saw a flower on this the other day. This is the new dwarf Nagasaki Wazi, which I planted last year, and it's already taller than me, by the way. It's over 6 foot in 1 year. See the difference with Loquat and Linia? Huh? That Linia is a year older. It's a year older than this Loquat. The Loquat is taller. And the Loquat never gets any protection in winter. Zero. The Linia, if I don't cover it in winter, goodbye Charlie. It's dead. I need to put a frost cloth over it. Otherwise it won't look so pretty. See how pretty it is? All this prettiness will be like that. That's what it's going to look like in winter. So this is another canistel, the grey greenhouse. This is a quay muck greenhouse. See how well it's looking? Well, it's because we just had 5 months of warm weather. Doesn't need a greenhouse, but someone's been chewing on the leaves. And that someone, I wish I can get my arms around him. It's a worm. It's a worm. Oh well. So you got many obstacles. Not only weather, you got bugs. You got overwatering, underwatering, hot sun, too cold, too hot. So greenhouse for the quay muk. This one here, he can survive winter. I left him out all winter last year. He didn't like it. He lost all his leaves. He freaked out, but he didn't die. He came back. This is the Black Beauty Suriname cherry or Brazilian cherry. Yeah, he came back with a vengeance. He's looking really, really nice. But he really suffered last winter out exposed to the frost. So this year, I might put him in the greenhouse only for the heart of winter, which is July, August. I think that'll be enough for him. Over here, my first ever experiment with cassava. Now, it's doing well, but I should have had it a little further out from the back there because the trombone zucchini took over. I didn't expect it to reach all the way over here. I'm shocked. one plant grew 12 feet 12 feet across and 9 feet along the ground. So he's like squeezed in here. He's got the greenhouse, he's got the Linia, he's got the zucchini at the back, which will only last another month before that dies back. So I don't know how he's gonna do for the first winter, but he's looking great. This is very tropical, like cassava. It doesn't like the cold at all, hates frost, right? This is what you make tapioca from, tapioca and cassava. So that's just an experiment. Looking pretty healthy indeed. Oh, here's another star fruit. I did mention I've got 5 or 6 of them. This is the Arkan. And if you don't know what a star fruit looks like, guys, it's that guy there, right? You've seen it at the market. Tropical, subtropical, tropical. And then I've got one more somewhere, and I can't remember which one. And then I've got these guys, which also need to go in the greenhouse in winter. Wax jambu purple, wax jambu red, and wax jambu white. And this guy here, even in the greenhouse, there's a chance he'll die. Yeah, we're talking very, very cold sensitive. This is the Soursop. This is like my 5th or 6th attempt. I'm not giving up, guys. I'm not giving up. Once I give up on plants like Soursop, I have to move from Melbourne. I have to leave. That's how important these plants are to me. Yeah, this is also known as guanabana in Spanish, or graviola in Portuguese, which is where it's from, Brazil. So here we have another bunch of bananas, not bunch of fruit, bunch of trees, which they aren't anyway. They're herbs. Bananas are herbs. So this variety here is a semi-dwarf, and I was hoping it would flower too and fruit. Maybe later on in autumn it'll surprise us, or even in early winter. Now I've put so much mulch on it, I don't think I can find the tag. And there's a sucker coming here, which we have to remove. I already took out 3 suckers. 3 suckers as big as this one. Big suckers. This is only a little one. Gee, I don't remember the name. The label now is lost under all this mulch because you can't hang the tags on bananas unless you make a special collar. Let me pause and think. Wow, I paused for 3 minutes and I still can't remember. That's what happens when you have 200 children. Can you remember 200 children's names? Anyway, I didn't finish back here. There's also the Sapodilla here, which is chiku, right, which is starting to flower. But it does that every year. It's like another tease. Nothing's going to come of it. It was holding on to flowers like this last winter in the greenhouse for 6 months, and nothing came of it. What a tease. Sapodilla. Incredible tasting fruit. Incredible. Absolutely mind-blowing. It's like a Hawaiian Supreme white sapodi meets a pear, a nashi pear, meets well, some other exotics, right? All blended into one. It's also known as brown sugar fruit. It's like a ball of brown sugar in a fruit popping in your mouth. Can you imagine the sensation? This one is another sensation on a different level called peanut butter fruit tree. I'm not kidding. I didn't just make that up. Peanut butter fruit tree. And I've lost 2 of these in the past because they were like only that big or that big. But this one has survived and done so well, right? So we might get lucky with a 3rd attempt with peanut butter fruit. But definitely going into you know where. And then over here we have an even more incredible fruit than all these I showed you. That's the Mamey Sapodilla. And I've had that for 2 years. And it's doing really well, guys. Really well, as you can see there, the new growth at the top. That's also going in the greenhouse, of course. Oh, and I ran away from the Linia too quickly. This is what happens when you try and rush the videos. You step away and move away and don't do a complete review or update. Well, what can I say? Well, a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? Just like those videos you see from foreign countries where they don't speak, they just show their garden and there's no sound. No one's talking. It's silence. It's just video with no sound. Well, that's incredible, isn't it? Anyway, here it is. This is the Linia, which is my favorite of all Annona. The Annona family, my favorite one. I haven't tried all the Annonas, but out of the ones I've tried, it's even more delicious than custard apple. That's what I'm saying. It's also known as lemon meringue fruit. Can you imagine a fruit that tastes like lemon meringue pie? Well, you're looking at it right here for the very first time if you don't know this fruit tree. But again, it's sensitive to cool weather. If I was to move to the tropics, I would be planting this on day one. Day one. I wouldn't be waiting or wasting any time. All right, now we can move on. That's not going in the greenhouse. It's going to get covered, as I said earlier. That's the Barbados Cherry, which is flowering. It's been flowering for a month, but it hasn't set any fruit. I don't know why it hasn't. Maybe it needs warmer temperatures, even though it's been really nice and warm the last few weeks. Nothing is coming out of these flowers. Hundreds of flowers all the way down. We've been in the 70s and low 80s Fahrenheit. Look, it's a lot of flowers, but no fruit, guys. Nothing going on, which is a little strange. It did give us a crop in summer, but I was expecting a autumn crop. Maybe, we'll see. In any case, I'm not very phased. I want the tree to grow. Growth before being rewarded. Right? It's 2 years old, or almost 3 years old. And that's going in the greenhouse too. Yeah, it sure is. And then over here we have the lychee. Sorry, longan, not lychee. With new growth. Isn't it spectacular? This is the chompu variety. Beautiful. Love it. These do well in Melbourne. But as I told you in a previous video, they need between 7 and 10 years before they're really doing anything. And this is a baby, it's only 2 years old. Here's another Sapodilla, which I got recently from Dailies, the prolific. I've had one of these before, it died on me. It died in the greenhouse. I overwatered it. So it's not just cold protection they want, it's everything protection. Very pretty. And then we have different mangoes. Mango. Oop, the camera's freaking out. What's it doing? Mango. Okay, I think the camera's better now. Yeah. So we're gonna cut it here, guys, and I'm gonna come back with one more video during our getaway to the subtropics. Yeah, a well-deserved vacation for Kim and George. Oops, the camera's freaking out again. All right, thanks for watching. Remember to like and share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and we'll see you soon, guys. Bye-bye now. Oh, don't forget to catch us on Real Life Funtopia to see what we're up to on our vacation.